All right, we are Monday night with the moon shining bright. All right, so removed the Philister screws and washers and lock washers, and we are now together looking at this the first time. So they're draining oil, valve covers, 2, 4, 6, full of oil. All three had equal amounts of oil. And you can see one is clear. No lock wire. This one's dirty. Down and dirty. But I believe the internal video, this one's pretty good to go. We'll go back and review the videos. Hydraulic lifters. I can push them in. See how that's lock word. This one isn't. It looks like use bolts on top of it. Can pop up. Oh, that one's stiff. Oh no. There we go. Oh, it's our pie already compressed. I'm compressing it on it down. Okay. Feels all right so far. I mean, just haven't done a spin check. So actually, I believe through the video inspection with the inspection tools, these two cylinders show vertical lines throughout the whole cylinder wall. And these others were still showing somewhat crosshatched. But we'll go back, review the video of today, each different video on its inspection, and make a report, and I'll write it down, and then we'll make a plan of attack. Because this one had the Healy coil come out of it. Didn't strip the aluminum per se, but it stripped the Healy coil. So that needs, and that possibly can be done with it in here, working on here. And the one with the broken one possibly could be chased, but that one needs to come off anyway. That, at a minimum, that far cylinder needs to come off and get completely looked at. And I believe the next one over, yeah, the 1 and 3, the exhaust valve, look, the valves, the cylinder head, yeah, both those need to come off. I'll take a look at this one a little closer. This 11 Pro Max has some serious zoom capacity and attention to detail. So what I'd like to do is see if we can remove and replace the exhaust studs on all of them. And if they won't come out, then there was something wrong and needed to be fixed, because these threads, I don't trust them. You know what I'm saying? Look at them. I mean, all of these threads on the cylinder head for the exhaust flange has gone through combat. That one in the back is probably the one that looks the best out of the whole, out of all set. And this is a good one. They're all worse from here. So investment at this time in getting the exhaust fixed correctly, because I know it's all the exhaust nuts were all either bone tight or almost finger loose. So, I mean, and so these exhaust studs need some attention. But so far from the video, it all looked good. But I'll do a few further review, and we'll go from there. So now, let's see if she spins around. Okay, we got one going here. I have to say, it really goes smooth. I mean, it feels real smooth. Yeah, that's a good condition. Now, having said this, they all need to come off and need to put it in proper balance, so everything all being equal. They all should come off and get honed and re-ringed, at least. Put new rings and hone and break all 6 cylinders in, all 6 engines correctly at the same time, and get all 6 cylinders up to speed. Because I have spark plugs in all the way around. The top ones I don't have torqued down, but I have them tight. Sealed, tight, so they're good and sealed, but I don't have them torqued. But the cylinders are all sealed, and I'll spin it the wrong way. Okay, spin it the right way. Yeah, there we go. I wasn't feeling compression come up. Like, no, spin it the wrong. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, she feels. There was compression. So nice to have. I put the up. Yeah, I could put this on a tripod. All right. Nothing obvious, nothing shaky, nothing loose, nothing looking funny, no weird shavings, and all the oil looked good. Drain it down below, and looks all right. Just needs to be cleaned up, spray her down, get her all sealed up. But let's see, may end up pulling these and have them honed out and re-ringed since we're there. Now, can we put our tool in, pull that out? Yeah, we could use our valve spring compressor on this, but I don't want to. I'm gonna do it, take it and have it done, all right? Don't put any funky loads on it. Got a valve up in West Virginia, up at the Tailfeather. Got a valve spring compressor, brand new, still in the box. I ordered it from the tool company for getting that 225 up and running and opened. Getting help with Steve. It belongs to Steve because I broke his, so I bought it for him. So now better just let the shop deal with it. So I need to make a bracket, 6 of them, that will go through the through bolts. So this is a through bolt, this is a stud. So what you have, sorry, I'm trying to get light. What you have is studs in the case, and then a through bolt that goes all the way across to the other side with another nut. And it's two nuts trying to get each other. So what's important is keeping the 2 through bolts properly torqued to keep the mitts to the case, to keep the case in the middle from splitting. Even though you got bolts and screws around the case, all the way around the case, and the oil pans around it, and everything's bolted together, the bulk of the work is the through bolts. Through bolts all the way through and come out to the other side. So through bolts running here. So this is a through bolt. I'm trying to get the light. Sorry. And that's a through bolt. And I believe there's one down below here, below the engine motor mount. So these 3 plus, I think it's, yeah, this is the, so it goes that through bolt, this through bolt, that through bolt, that through bolt, that through bolt, and the corresponding lower ones. So as if we pull all 6 cylinders off and get them worked, take and put a blanking flange on the through bolts down below so that the 2 stay together as a flange, and torque it back down the same width. You cut it out of the same width this is. So you just use the old nuts and torque it down. Torque plate is what it is. And you put a torque plate on each one, on each side, at least for the through bolts. You don't necessarily have to do all the studs. There's no need to do the studs, but maybe for a balance, so it doesn't get a little cattywampus, you know, just torquing on the through bolts and not flange pressure being equal. But Continental shows just a basically 1/2 inch iron center drilled and just using that. So that's at a minimum we can use that, and we won't be loosening the back ones per se. Well, it's connected. So this one though, you see the bitter end on this end, whoops, right here is the nut to the cylinder. So that's just like a Porsche engine, a Volkswagen engine. They're split case. All right. Let's see what we do. Right now I'm just doing inspection